This is a day that the major drug companies have been dreading for a couple of years. Since the campaign, President Trump has promised to put the screws to Big Pharma. Today, he began that process in earnest. In a week dominated by foreign policy and now new elements of palace intrigue, President Trump today turned to domestic policy, aiming to make good on a campaign promise to lower prescription drug costs.
Today, my administration is launching the most sweeping action in history to lower the price of prescription drugs for the American people.
The president's plan is to attack the problem on multiple fronts, encourage innovation, promote price competition, address foreign freeloading. The White House claims the U.S. shoulders an unfair burden of drug development costs as other nations force pharmaceutical companies to deeply discount drug prices. Lowering drug costs is one priority for the White House. Another is fixing immigration. In an interview with NPR, Chief of Staff John Kelly said a big problem with illegal immigration is that many people are unable to fit into American society. They're not MS-13, but they're not a people that would easily assimilate into the United States, Kelly said. They're overwhelmingly rural people. 4th, 5th, 6th grade educations are kind of the norm. They don't integrate well. They don't have skills. The president's frustration over immigration boiled over in Wednesday's cabinet meeting. Sources telling Fox News he berated DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen over the number of illegal immigrants still crossing the border, demanding to know why the border was not secure. Amid reports Nielsen was on the verge of quitting after the tirade, DHS released a statement saying the article alleging that the secretary drafted a resignation letter yesterday and was close to resigning is false. However, this afternoon, Chief of Staff Kelly told Fox News after the cabinet meeting he called Nielsen, urging her to not quit over the verbal assault. Kelly also weighed in on the Russia investigation in the NPR interview, saying it's a weight on the president.
There may not be a cloud, but certainly the president is somewhat embarrassed, frankly, when world leaders come in. You know, Bibi Netanyahu was here, and who's under investigation himself. And it's like you walk in and, the first couple of minutes of every conversation might revolve around that kind of thing.
This afternoon, Kelly modified his comments, insisting distraction is a better way to characterize the effect the Russia investigation is having on the White House. And there was more news on the Michael Cohen investigation. In a message to employees today, the CEO of AT&T saying there is no other way to say it. AT&T hiring Michael Cohen as a political consultant was a big mistake. Randall Stevenson insisting there was nothing illegal about it, but that associating with Cohen was a serious misjudgment. In the daily briefing, Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said the Cohen case proves President Trump can't be bought, as AT&T never got government approval for the merger it was seeking.
This further proves that the president's not going to be influenced by special interest. This is actually the definition of draining the swamp, something the president talked about repeatedly during the campaign.
The White House today also refused to publicly apologize to Senator John McCain after a staffer made a heartless comment about him. In a staff meeting yesterday discussing McCain's opposition to Gina Haspel for CIA director, Kelly Sadler, the director of surrogate communications, said he's dying anyway. Sadler called McCain's daughter Megan to apologize, but the press secretary had nothing to add today.
I'm not going to validate a leak out of an internal staff meeting one way or the other.
On drug prices, HHS Secretary Alex Azar today said President Trump wants to take a business-oriented approach to lowering drug prices as opposed to a bureaucratic one. But he acknowledged the system is as complex as rocket science and that it will take months at least before consumers see any difference.